All right, so I'm taking my client Fernanda here and one of my trainers through a core circuit warm-up before we do our metabolic circuit. Today we're going to do strength, power, and stability training. So we're starting with a stability hip bridge with some core rotations. And she's just getting in a light medicine ball chest pass throw to activate the core. Great job. Two more. We've already gone through this circuit once. I've led her through it and cued her up on her checkpoints. And now we're taking it through for you guys. Awesome. Next she's going to go over to Mecca Back Pad, this great new tool created by a physical therapist chiropractor up in New England. And it's great because it takes the pressure off the lower lumbar spine and the individual vertebrae. So we're going to start with her arms extended over her head, and we're actually going to do a reverse crunch, which is going to get her to focus on creating more tension through the lower part of her core. Notice she's only moving about an inch or so, going as far as she can while maintaining proper core stability activation. So she's not arching her low back. This is taking the pressure off of her low back. She's going to rock out 8 to 10 of these. These are pretty tough. Before going through this core circuit, we went through a flexibility continuum. We did some foam rolling, some stretching to prepare the tissues. Good job. Last two. Then, in order to give her a core rest, we're going to actually have her go up into a hip bridge with her hands on her hips. She's going to do some marches. So she's going to lift her hips up to the top of the bridge, hold, engage, lift one leg, hold it extended for 2 to 3 seconds, and then switch to the other leg. The pelvis has to stay perpendicular to the floor, or parallel to the floor, sorry. And notice how her leg that she's extending is directly in line with the leg that's down. So perfect form there. Getting a little bit more glute activation before we go through our high intensity total body circuit that we're going to do here in a minute. So I'm only going to have her do about 3 to 4 of these on each side, holding for 3 to 4 seconds, just to get some more glute activation. Good. Last one on this side. And then I'm going to take her right to an upper body, using her upper body weight now, in a crunch with rotation. So she's going to crunch up to the center, twist to the right, twist to the left, back to center, and then down. So when we do a crunch, we're trying to make that space between the hip, the pelvis, and the ribs as close together as possible. And one thing I love about this Mecca Back Pad is that it takes the hip flexors out of the picture, so my clients can't cheat using their strong hip flexors, which have the tendency to pull on the lower lumbar spine. So this is a great alternative here. And she's activating her glutes and drawing in her deep core stabilizers while she does this. This is a tough one. If a client's limited with upper thoracic spine mobility, they're not going to be able to get the rotation that you want, so you might just stick with straight crunches up or down. You can get these at meccaback.com, and if you type in the word synergy, the name of my blog, you'll be able to get a discount. All right, girl, one more. Great job. And now she's going to go to posterior reach with the band standing, which we actually left that one out the first time. But she's going to be standing here to work on the posterior chain of her body. So we just have a band with some light resistance. She's going to go into a squat, reach overhead into extension, engage the core. She's going to alternate from pulling straight back, and then she's going to alternate side to side. One thing that we're really going to be focusing on today with Fernanda is keeping her feet parallel straight ahead, but we also are going to play around with the foot position on some other exercises. So she's getting hip extension, lower lumbar and thoracic spine extension. Great job. Let's do one more round through. So we'd rock out 8 to 12 of these kind of fast. And then I'm going to have her go to a quick, which we did earlier, a quick stability ball crunch using sort of a power exercise, using her core to slow down momentum eccentrically here. She's going to keep the ball completely still. Glutes engaged, cores engaged, bringing the ribs to the hips, crunch up, nice and quick back. And we're going to add some rotation side to side, so she has to slow down that force coming back. Come on, girl, get those ribs to those hips a little bit closer. There you go. Making that space between the ribs and the hips as close together as possible. These might look easy, but they can be pretty challenging. This is a core power exercise. We're moving to the spine with speed. Awesome job, last two. And then I want to get her upper body warmed up for this workout too that we're about to do. So I'm going to have her do a set of super slow Bosu ball push-ups. She's already rocked out 10 of these earlier at a really slow tempo, a 3-2-1 tempo. So here, chest is going to be over the hands. Feet are going to be hip width apart, and we're going to instruct her to engage her quads. If she's engaged her quads, her hamstrings have to relax, and then she's able to engage her glutes. So I should see wrinkles in her pants, which I can see. She's going to go down for 3 counts, hold for 2, up for 1. Head position looks awesome. Ears in line with the shoulder. We go back and look at her shoulder blades. We can see the shirt squeezing together, and we're getting full protraction of the shoulder blades here at the top. Awesome job. She's going to rock out 8 to 10 of these, and then we'll be back with a metabolic density circuit.